Kamong Olive Culinary and Hospitality Management Shillong, Kawalam Shapi ki professional courses baper. Ban tip company pila ban le shaka institute kabadan hawahe mapat lani call haki number bala ai harum.
Ka college teacher education ka baju ya tip kulum pada ka akum ka PGT college menta ka singi hat majai jong tayo kalayo abakan Plie ka Pyrda ban Jingrakhe ya Mawmer ka jingdap ban Snem ne ka diamond jubilee ta ka jinglang ka blalong ka hall jong ka college ukong san ublai don lang ha ka ni ka singi de umentri bade khmi ya ka tanat puli puthi jong ka jylla urakam e sangma konthop yo ba HM shangpliang ubade unong aibut ya ka tanat education ka sarkar jylla uba WL Lingdo IS retired ubaderu president jong ka governing body nangta Dr. M.A. Jerwa principal College of Teachers Education bat kwei abakren kumu kongsan urakam omla pan klem da pertu lem ya kene ke slem ai jing hikai ya ki nong hikai ha kene ke jylla ki ba na ka jinglang ke jingtep bakelayo na kene ke slem ki beteng bakin iPad ya ke jing shakri ke jongki hapo ke jylla ha ke jo kapor de kene ke slem ai jing hikai ke belong ru kum karan san ba ka bagila ban puli bat ban pentibet chu ya la ke jing em nong hikai ke jongki urakam omla ru klem da maham ya baro ya kata ke jing kiu stat jong technology kabalas dang ban pelongi ki breu ba bonsin kenstang ban chu shania bet no tang haka henrai ula kentu bat banjor kampam ki samla puli bakin kenmau ba bonsin ki dei ban yale ban try minot bat ban pinstom hi daladi hakani ki jingelang kom kada ke jing Plie ukong san pat ki kenram ki lendan ke leyo pakin pelat pat ba ya ka sharp ko muhor pat ya ka phang preng jong Jingrakhe ya ka jingdap ban rubo Snem jong ka PGT college.
Thank you very much, sir. The President of the GD,
on how our college has evolved to what it is today. The background will be presented thematically, keeping in mind its chronology. It has been a long journey, about to be 60 years, so kindly bear with me. I stand here to present the background. So here we begin. Next slide. The College of Teacher Education, PGT, formerly known as Postgraduate Training College, as we all know, is a teacher training college. The idea to set up a teachers training college at Shillong was presented in a meeting arranged by Shri B.P. Datta, advocate, on 12th of July 1963 at the St. Edmund's College premises. The deliberations in the meeting later culminated in the establishment of the Postgraduate Training College on 19th March 1964. Next slide. The first governing body of the college was constituted around March 1964 and consisted of 9 members, which included Shri S.M. Sultan, IAS retired, the then Secretary of the Education Department, Government of Assam, as its President, and Shri B.P. Datta, Advocate, as its Secretary. Next slide, please. Now, before we proceed further, let us look at the list of appointed principals from 1964 till 2022. So we have Professor S.C. Mazumdar, who served as principal from 1964 to 1978. Mrs. J.E. Shillong from 1978 to 2002, and Dr. Mrs. V. Karmoflam from 2003 till October 2022. Next slide. Under the leadership of the different principals, the college has grown from strength to strength in the various aspects. We will start with the first aspect or theme, that is permission and affiliation. To formally start the college, the governing body submitted applications to the Government of Assam and the University of Guwahati to open the college, and permission was received in 1964 with temporary affiliation to the University of Guwahati. Classes for the first batch started on the 30th of March 1964 and were taken by faculty members drawn from colleges in and around Shillong. Of all the founding teachers, Professor S.N. Paul of St. Anthony's College continued in the services as a part-time staff of the college till the mid-1990s. When the Northeastern Hill University came into being in July 1973, the college got provisionally affiliated to it on 24th September 1973. Next slide. Until 1985, the status of the college was that of an ad hoc college, and it was in 1986, through the untiring efforts of the governing body under Professor C. Wolflang as president and Mrs. J.E. Shillong as the secretary, the college got upgraded into the status of a deficit college from 15th of December 1986. The postgraduate training college was granted permanent affiliation by the Northeastern Hill University on 1st November 1989. In the following year, that is on 27th of October 1990, the college became eligible to receive central assistance under Section 12B of the UGC Act 1956. The 20th of March 1996 is marked as an important milestone because on this day, the postgraduate training college was upgraded to the status of a College of Teacher Education CTE and granted recognition by the National Council of Teacher Education NCTE New Delhi in the year 1997.
On behalf of the government, and on behalf of myself and our Honorable Chief Minister and entire cabinet, I would like to bring greetings to all of you on this auspicious occasion. Of course, it's just a beginning day. So my best wishes to all of you and to all the family members of these institutions. As our President has already stated, more than 3,000 trained teachers, trained individuals has been produced from these institutions. So I wish that these institutions continue to serve the community, the state, the country, the days to come. So it sees the small mind talk about problems and the issue. The great individual, the great people discuss about the ideas and the policy. You can do great things without a diploma, without a certificate, but it matters what is your commitment, what is your responsibility. Therefore, as faculty members, as students, let us remind ourselves, it is my responsibility, it is my commitment which will give the best result in my assignment. Let us not only work till 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. To see the better result, we should work beyond 5 p.m. We should work beyond the boundary of our assignment. Therefore, at this juncture, we are traveling as a rough road, we can say. At this juncture, the Meghalaya, if you see the report, Meghalaya state is the highest drop rate in the country. And also, if you see the newspaper report, and if you see the data, Meghalaya is the lowest in the PCI ranking. But to me, it doesn't matter. I will again say as a layman today, for me, figure doesn't matter. But the commitment is far greater responsibility than anything else. Yes, the performance of any institutions will not and should not measure with what the resources, what the buildings that we have. But the result oriented and the quality of service is a device that to be measured to see the performance of any institutions. Therefore, as an educator, as a master trainer, let us not look at the infrastructure that we have, but let us focus on the responsibility and the service. What best we can give to the people is what matters most. Therefore, this is a generation that we should really, as institutions, we should really update ourselves to get the best blend of natural intelligence. Now, it's a time today not to learn about technology and all this artificial intelligence. Our children, our young people, they learn because they become the part of life. I think many parents are aware. Our young children, from 10 years, 8 years, even 2 years, 3 years, they know how to use the smartphone, the computer science. They don't need to teach. But today our institutions have to teach the ideas, how to control our children, how to control this technology. We don't need to learn how to use the technology, no. But now we have to learn beyond one step ahead than technology. We have to learn now how to control the technology. If the government fails, if the policy fails, if the law and order fails, please don't blame the politician. When the law and order fail, please don't blame DCP and the police people. When the economy fails, please don't blame our economists. But everything lies on the institutions. My request, each one of us, as a government, because as a government, we get the ideas from the expert. Who are the expert? Educator, educationists, an expert. Because the best asset is in store in the educationists.
Much have been said by the Honorable Minister. I must say, this institution has produced more than 33,000 people who are across the state. Some retired, some still in service, but they have laid the foundation of the education sector in the state. Kudos to all of them, whoever have passed out from this institution, and they have given their life, they have sacrificed to impart the knowledge, to provide education to the youths of our state. No wonder this city of ours and the state is well known for the education. It is still well known as the educational hub of the Northeast and should be of the eastern region of the country. Training is part of life. Now, each one of us have undergone some training or the other in our life. It could be in any profession. It could be a teaching. It could be medical. It could be in the civil service, and so on. So training is part of life, I say. Why? Because it gives the opportunity to specialize yourself. After your graduation, there are many youths who are already in the teaching job. Maybe in the rural areas, the moment somebody has passed out the graduation, he goes back to the village and suddenly the MC of the village says, okay, now you start teaching. Maybe the person would take up the job. But there is a big difference of a trained teacher and an untrained teacher. A specialized person and a non-specialized person. Similarly, if you look at the medical profession, now there is a general doctor and there is a specialist. Now you will find the knowledge of a specialist much better than the general doctor. So therefore, this institution gives that platform to specialize. I would like to see more such institutions to come up in the state. We have one here, we have one in Tura. Myself and the Honorable Minister have visited the institution in Tura. That is also doing tremendous job, tremendous contribution to the Garo Hills sector. Therefore, my only appeal to the faculty, to the students, that let's get prepared for changes. Changes are bound to come. Now the changes are already seen on the wall. Therefore, we will be seeing different kinds of teaching methods. We will be seeing different kinds of students coming in. Now we have to cater to the market. Now, are we ready? Are our trained teachers ready for the market? We just heard from the Honorable Minister that artificial intelligence is going to be part of our life. Can we say no to it? We cannot say no to it. Now, artificial intelligence is going to come to your classroom. Are you going to reject it? How far are you going to allow the artificial intelligence to take over? Smart classrooms are going to come. Now, once the smart classrooms come to all our schools, what are you going to do? What will be your role as a teacher? Are you going to take a chair in the corner of the classroom and sit and keep watching whatever is being taught through an app? That's not the way. We need to control artificial intelligence. There were schools which myself and the Honorable Minister had visited. And proudly so, they were showing us that we can teach history. And when the TV was switched on over remote control, the app came on, and there was history class going on, and the teacher was sitting in the corner, and history was going on, lecturing, and the children were gaping and looking at the screen. Is that going to be our future? Is this the kind of change we are looking for? No. We are not looking for that kind of change. We need classrooms, we need smart classrooms, but we will not allow the smart classrooms to take over the teacher and the students. That is where I want to draw the difference of technology. How much are you going to use the technology? Very, very important. Therefore, my dear friends, policies will come.